Hello everybody, welcome back. This is the 10th House Take on Sports. This week we're going to cover the passing of linebacker junior Seau, the Albert Pujols funk, the Kentucky Derby, the Washington D.C. Mount Rushmore of sports, a new segment this side of the week, and ultimately our mascot of the week. So we start talking about junior Seau, a 43-year-old linebacker from San Diego, California, born and raised, went and played at USC. Initially couldn't get playing time because of his grades. Once he got him up to standards, went up to snuff, this guy was an All-American. Actually was a parade All-American basketball player too. That'll give you an idea of what kind of athlete he was. Last week, he died of a gunshot wound self-inflicted to the chest. Nobody knows yet why he committed suicide or necessarily why he shot himself in the chest. People are alluding to the fact that his family has allowed the Boston University research team to get his brain, because they're going to do research as it relates to football-related injuries to the brain. They have also a couple of the former NFL players, Dave Burson being one. This is the 8th player from the 1994 Super Bowl team, AFC Championship team, that has died at an early age. There's weird coincidence and irony in that, not really sure why. He is survived by a daughter and 2 sons, and he actually has a restaurant in San Diego called Seau's that was really successful. So financially, the kids are okay. Emotionally, obviously, this is going to be an incredibly hard time and a hard thing to get through. And I'm sure most of you saw the footage of his mom on TV and on SportsCenter, and it's pretty sad to see. He was a 13-year veteran of the San Diego Chargers, a 12-time Pro Bowler, and a member of the 1990s NFL All-Decade team, and generally considered to be one of the best linebackers in NFL history. Next, Albert Pujols. Albert Pujols, his first 28 games have gone without a homer. Yesterday, he finally homered. So now, after 29 games and 112 at-bats, he's hitting 196 with 1 homer and 7 RBIs. To give you an idea, last year, through his first 28 games, he was hitting 245, not necessarily his career average, but 245 with 7 homers, 19 RBIs. This is a guy that's a Rookie of the Year, a 3-time MVP and a 9-time All-Star. Coming from St. Louis to LA, he signed this 10-year, $240 million contract in the offseason at the age of 32. You don't know if you've seen the best, but he claims that his numbers will be back to where they generally are at the end of the year, and I have reason to believe he may be close to that, but that's going to be tough. If you don't know what his numbers are like, look him up. Albert Pujols, now the first baseman for the LA Angels. Next, the Kentucky Derby. From what I understand, the Kentucky Derby was held this past weekend. And that's what I know about the Kentucky Derby. Next, the Washington, D.C. Mount Rushmore of sports. This was, it was early on, it was very easy. The later part of it, a little bit tougher. Joe Gibbs, the first person on this mount, Hall of Famer, 154 wins in 12 seasons with the Washington Redskins early on. He came back to coach later under a bad owner and didn't have as much success. 4-time Super Bowl coach, 3-time winner of the Super Bowl, won 24 playoff games. Baseball pitcher Walter Johnson. This guy was lights out, trained, beast pitcher. 417 career wins and 531 complete games. To give you an idea, look up who has led the league the last 10 years in Major League Baseball in complete games. Not more than one pitcher has done it 10 times. Okay? He completed 531 games. That's pitching all 9 innings, 531 times. He was a 2-time MVP. He's a Hall of Famer. And if Cy Young, if the award were around back then, he'd won multiple Cy Young awards. Next, Sam Rice, also a baseball player. Hall of Famer, lifetime 322 hitter, just shy of 3,000 hits, but had 184 triples, which is right up there at the top of the baseball record books. Lastly, this is where I had the problem, where I had the biggest problems. I wanted to put 3 different hockey players on there. I decided to put all 3 hockey players in that one spot. So imagine 3 little heads in that one big head. Ole Kolzig, the goalie, 12th all-time saves. Peter Bondra, 5-time All-Star, and finally Alexander Ovechkin, a 2-time MVP and one of the most exciting and best hockey players today, although lately hasn't been playing to his standards. Next, I told you there's something new, the stat of the week. This week, I wouldn't be proud of this stat, Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks since 2008 have lost 12 playoff games by 20 or more points. I didn't research much more than that other than to find out that is literally one of the worst numbers in playoff history, period. 20 or more points. They've lost 12 playoff games by 20 more points since 2008. Finally, our mascot of the week, the Xavier Blue Blob. Now, Xavier actually has 2 mascots, but this is the funnier of the 2, obviously. The Xavier Blue Blob. Not sure what he is besides just a blob. That wraps it up, but I would like to say thank you very much for everybody that's been watching. Last year, we spiked, had 90+ views in about 3 days. So I know people are watching it, and I know people are sharing it. A few people have asked me if they could share it on their Facebook. A few people have asked me if they could share it on their Twitter. Please, link it. Share the link. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you watching. Over the next few weeks, you're going to see some changes. We're probably going to have a change in the intro and outro music, possibly the background, and definitely you'll hear a difference in the sound, the quality of the sound. And hopefully you'll hear the echo go away a little bit. So with that, I would like to say thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.